Hello everyone, welcome to our video on various types of pronouns. If you like my videos, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. So let's start with an activity, spot the error. My dad and I walked to their house. So what is wrong with this sentence? Think about it and share your answer. The correct answer is my dad and I walked to their house. Understanding and using pronouns is crucial for clear and effective communication. Today we will learn what are pronouns, what is an antecedent, and different types of pronouns. What is a pronoun? Pronouns are words that take place of nouns in a sentence, helping to avoid repetition and make sentence easier to understand. They help create smoother, more concise communication by referring to people, objects, or ideas that have already been mentioned or are understood from context. So there are different types of pronouns, each serve different purpose. For example, now see the sentence, John saw John's friend and John gave John's friend a gift. If we use pronouns for the same sentence, John saw his friend and gave him a gift. Without pronouns, sentences would become more repetitive, making the text difficult to read. So usage of pronouns not only simplifies the sentences but also make it more engaging for the readers. Antecedent. An antecedent is a linguistic term that refers to a word, phrase or clause mentioned earlier in the sentence or conversation and is later replaced by a pronoun or another substitute. So see the example, the dog chased its tail. The noun dog is antecedent of the pronoun its. So properly identifying antecedents helps avoid confusion and we can clearly understand what or whom the pronoun is referring to. When Jane arrived, she found the door open. Means here Jane is noun. She is referring to Jane. So she is pronoun and Jane is antecedent. In grammar, antecedents can be found in various forms including single words, phrases or entire clauses. So misidentifying or omitting an antecedent can lead to confusion or misinterpretation of the intended meaning. Now see the sentence, when the professor handed the student his paper, he was surprised. In this sentence, professor is a noun, handed the student his paper, he was surprised. Here pronoun he is referring to whom? It is referring to professor or student. So it is unclear. To avoid such confusion, it is important to ensure that antecedents are clearly and correctly identified. Personal pronouns. Personal pronouns are divided into several categories based on their function and the perspective they provide. The most commonly used personal pronouns in English are I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. These pronouns can be further categorized based on number, singular or plural, gender, male or female or neutral, and case, subjective, objective or possessive. Subjective pronouns. Pronouns I, you, he, she, it, we, they, who are used as subject of the sentence. Example, I am going to buy new glasses. He stared at his reflection. Object pronouns. Pronouns me, you, him, her, it, us, them, whom are used as object of a sentence. Example, Riza gave the gift to me. His mother helped him learn how to walk. Possessive pronouns. Pronouns mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, theirs, and whose demonstrate ownership. For possessive pronouns, apostrophes are not used. Examples, the balloon is hers. Rachel loved her new hat. That is my book. Possessive pronouns play a crucial role in expressing identity and respect. Relative pronouns. A relative pronoun is also called a determiner. First, what is a clause? A clause is a group of words that has a subject, can be a noun or pronoun, and a predicate, a verb or verb phrase. Its subject always acts through a verb. A clause, who has a beautiful voice. In this sentence, who is subject, has is the linking verb, a beautiful voice, predicate or adjective clause. Now see another sentence, song at a concert. In this sentence, there is no subject. So, If there is subject, it is called as clause. If there is no subject, it is not a clause, but it is a phrase. The cat who mewed at you is my pet. In this sentence, cat is a noun. Here, who is describing cat. So, who is relative pronoun. Mewed at you. This phrase describes the cat. It is called an adjective clause. Adjective clause can serve two purposes. Identify the noun and tell more information about the noun. When this adjective clause is used to tell more information about the noun, commas need to be used before and after the adjective clause. Relative pronouns introduce essential or additional information about a noun as part of the relative clause. See the example. The singer who has beautiful voice performed an amazing song at the concert. Here singer is a noun. Who is a relative pronoun. It is referring to noun. Has beautiful voice is a adjective clause. So relative pronouns refer back to noun in the main clause of sentence. The types of relative pronouns we use are who, whom, whose, that, which. Who refers people as subjects. Whom is used for people when the person is the object of the verb. Whose indicates possession for people and animals and things. That relates to people, animals and things, which refers to animals, things and ideas. Now see example sentences. The musician who wrote this song is amazing. Here who refers to musician. He thanked the audience, most of whom were avid fans. In this, whom refers to audience. That's the girl whose performance outshined all the other singers in the show. Whose refers to girl. This is the genre that I want to listen to. That refers to genre. My radio, which is very old, is not worth much, which refers to radio. Demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns are words that are used to point to something specific within a sentence. They can be used to indicate whether something is near or far, singular or plural. There are 4 main demonstrative pronouns in English: this, that, these and those. This is used to refer to something singular that is close to the speaker, both in space and time. For example, this is my plant. I like this shirt. These is used to refer to plural that is close to the speaker. For example, these are my clothes. These books are interesting. That is used to refer to something singular that is farther away from the speaker, both in space and time. For example, that is my mom. I saw that movie last week. Those is used to refer to more than one thing that is farther away from the speaker. For example, those are my friends. In addition to their basic use, demonstrative pronouns can also convey a sense of emotion or emphasis. For instance, saying I don't like that can imply a strange sense of disapproval compared to simply stating I don't like it. Reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns used to indicate that the subject of sentence is also the object of same verb, ensuring that the action performed by the subject is directed back towards itself. They are essential for adding clarity and emphasis to sentences. Reflexive pronouns in English are for singular, myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself. For plurals, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Example, she taught herself to play the piano. The reflexive pronoun herself indicates that the subject she is both performing and receiving the action. This eliminates a doubt about who is learning to play the piano. Reflexive pronouns are particularly useful in sentences where subject is doing something for their own benefit or performing an action on themselves, such as I prepared myself for the exam. They congratulated themselves on their success. Reflexive pronouns can be used for emphasis, special importance, often referred to as emphatic pronouns. Example, the CEO himself attended the meeting. She baked the cake herself. This usage highlights the involvement or effort of the subject, adding layer of value and importance. Interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns are type of pronouns used to ask questions. They are essential in both written and spoken language for gathering information. The primary interrogative pronouns in English are who, whom, whose, which, and what. Each of these pronouns serves a specific function in a sentence, helping to identify people, objects, or information that the speaker or writer seeks. Who is used to inquire about people. Example, who is coming to the party? The interrogative pronoun who is asking for the identity of person or people attending the event. Whom is also used for people but function as the object of the verb or preposition, such as whom did you call? Whom is often appears in more formal context, though in everyday usage. Who is often used interchangeably with whom. Whose helps to determine ownership or possession. Whose book is this? It asks for the owner of the book. Which is used when there is a choice to be made between a known set of items or people. Which dress do you prefer? Which plant do you want? Lastly, what is a general interrogative pronoun that can inquire about things or information? What is your favorite color? Definite and indefinite pronouns. Definite pronouns. Specific pronouns used to refer to particular person or things. So, a personal pronoun would also be a definite pronoun. These pronouns provide clarity and help avoid repetition in the sentences. Indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns used to refer to non-specific people, places, things or ideas. These are more general and not clearly understandable. But indefinite pronouns are essential in both written and spoken language because they allow speaker and writer to discuss generalities and unknowns without needing to specify exact details. Definite pronouns are he, she, it, they, this and that. Indefinite pronouns are someone, anyone, everyone, nobody, each, few, many, several and all. Now see the example in definite pronouns. John went to the store and John bought some apples. You can use definite pronoun. John went to the store and he bought some apples. Here he is definite pronoun that refers back to John. In indefinite pronouns, one of the key feature of indefinite pronouns is that they can be singular, plural or both depending on context. Everyone and somebody are singular, requiring singular verbs in a sentence. Example, everyone is here. Here is a singular verb. Few and many are plural and take plural verbs. Few were chosen. Here were is plural verb. Indefinite pronouns like all and none can be either singular or plural depending on the noun they refer to. Example, all of the cake is gone. Cake is a singular one, so we use is, singular verb. All of the cookies are gone. Cookies are plural, so here we are using are, plural verb. Indefinite pronouns also play crucial role in creating inclusivity, means including all types of people and generality in communication. They are often used in instructions, guidelines and rules to address a wide audience without excluding anyone. Example, everyone should submit their assignments by Friday. Applies to all individuals in a group, ensuring that the message is clear and inclusive. Understanding how to use indefinite pronouns correctly can enhance clarity and effectiveness in both everyday conversation and formal writing. Distributive pronouns. These pronouns are specific category of pronouns used to refer to members of groups separately rather than collectively. The most common distributive pronouns are each, either and neither, any, none. Each is used when referring to every individual member of a group separately. For example, each student receives a certificate. Here each emphasizes that every single student, one by one, received a certificate. It highlights individuality within the collective group. Either and neither are typically used when referring to one or two items or people. Either means one or the other of two, while neither means not one and not the other of two. Example, either option is acceptable means that one of the two options can be chosen, but not both. Now see another sentence, neither answer is correct means that out of two possible answers, none is correct. Distributive pronouns help in clarifying sentences by focusing on individual elements within a group. Reciprocal pronouns. Reciprocal pronouns used to indicate a mutual action or relationship between two or more subjects. For I, you, he, she and it, reciprocal pronouns cannot be used. The primary reciprocal pronouns in English are each other and one another. We use each other when we talk about two nouns or things. Example, the two friends hugged each other. So these pronouns are particularly useful for expressing situations where two or more people or things perform an action that is simultaneously directed towards each other, or used to refer number of people who belong to subject of the exact same verb in a phrase. We use one another when we talk about more than two nouns or things. Example, the team members support one another. Intensive pronouns. An intensive pronoun is similar to reflexive pronoun, but their function is different. Intensive pronouns used to indicate that it is particularly important or true, or to draw special attention to the subject of sentence. You can tell difference between reflexive pronoun and intensive pronoun easily. Intensive pronouns are not essential to a sentence basic meaning, whereas reflexive pronouns are important for sentence. To differentiate an intensive pronoun from a reflexive pronoun, remove it from sentence. If it's an intensive pronoun, the sentence will be, if it is intensive pronoun, the sentence will still make a sense. If sentence is no longer make sense, when the pronoun is removed, it's a reflexive pronoun. Intensive pronoun we use in English are for singular, myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself. For plurals, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Now see example, I made the cake myself. The word myself is used to emphasize that the speaker alone made the cake. If myself is removed, the sentence still makes sense. I made the cake. They can highlight the involvement of particular person or group, thereby making the statement more forceful or clear. The CEO herself reviewed the report. It signifies the CEO personal involvement in the review process. Another sentence, we built the house ourselves. In this sentence, it emphasizes that no external help was used in building the house, adding weight to the speaker's statement. Though they are useful for emphasis, it's important not to overuse intensive pronouns, as this can make writing seem redundant or overly dramatic. I think you all understand different types of pronouns. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.